Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you.
To me?
If you're young at heart. For it's hard, you will find, to be narrow of mind.
That's me.
If you're young at heart.
It's the narrow of mind part. Thank you, Frank, for the reminder.
You can go to extreme.
All right, welcome back to this weekend's edition of the program. And as we told you right before the break, up next, she's been on the on-deck circle, now stepping up to the plate, is our good friend Carmela Gear, the executive director of Newport's Edward King Senior Center. Carm, how are you?
I'm well. All right, good morning. How you doing?
Well, no use kicking if you're not sniffling.
Absolutely. Welcome to the infirmary.
Something like that. Got one of these springtime bugs you just can't shake,
Yeah,
you know?
it seems to be going on all over the place, and I think the allergy season isn't helping matters any.
Yeah, oh boy, I'll
yeah.
tell you what. Well, listen, how are things up there at the beautiful Edward King House these days?
So beautiful as always.
As always.
As always. Doing really well at the Edward King House.
And I got my very latest newsletter emailed to me rather conveniently just last week.
Mm-hmm. And should also be in your mailbox.
I did get it in the mailbox
good.
as well.
I was going to panic for a minute there. June is kind of busting out all over at the King House this year. This is a really busy time for us as it's membership renewal time.
Yeah. That's
for
right.
The center. Yep. Just a little hint and reminder for you, Art. We've got a great June lineup this year. It's time for the close of the fiscal year, and it's time to recognize our volunteers and to give out a few awards and enjoy some great meals together and
take a couple of vacations.
Yep. Discuss our summer hours that'll be coming up soon. Our new staff is settled in beautifully, and it's really all coming back together again. We had a little blip in the schedule, as we said so long to Anthony and hello to Anna and Alicia at the center as our program assistants. Took a little bit of time for some training and that kind of thing, but we are in full gear and moving forward and really excited about all the great stuff that's coming ahead of us.
All right.
You ready to talk about all that wonderful stuff?
Yeah, now that we're officially into the month of June.
Yeah, absolutely. So before I forget, and sometimes I tend to do that, you had made mention with regards to summer and summer hours and scheduling and that kind of thing. We're going to do something a little bit different this year with the having both Anna and Alicia on board. Our regular hours for the center have now changed from 9 to 4 p.m. to 9 to 5 p.m., which makes it a little easier for our afternoon clubs and events and classes that they don't have to rush out at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Alicia will be covering that time frame until 5 o'clock. So as we head into the summer months, come July and August, the center will be closed the week of July 4th. It will also be closed the last week of August, leading into Labor Day. But we will no longer have shortened hours during the week for the weeks that we are open during the summer. So no more closing early. We have staff to cover all of those hours. We kind of flipped one for the other in order to give our staff a very well-deserved vacation because they otherwise do not take time off throughout the year. And then, of course, doing a scrub down of the house from top to bottom during the summer months and, some maintenance things that need to be done within the house to keep that beautiful mansion up and running and safe throughout the year.
Yeah, sure.
So I did want to share that. I also wanted to share that we will be celebrating our annual meeting and spring luncheon on Tuesday, June 14th. This event is open to the public, to any friend of the Edward King House. This year we're honoring our Volunteer of the Year, Penny Fitch, who is not only our Volunteer of the Year, she's also our brand new board chair. So we're very excited to honor her with and thank her for her endless hours of dedication and commitment to the program. And we'll also be honoring Lynn Glickman and Blenheim Newport as our champions for seniors this year for their dedication to seniors and senior issues and promoting health and wellness for our senior population. So we're really looking forward to that. And we'll be at the Mainstay Hotel and Conference Center again on Tuesday, June 14th. It's a noontime luncheon. Mark Gorman is our keynote and entertainer for the event, so we're really looking forward to that. It's $25 per person. Give us a call at 846-7426 to reserve your ticket, or go on to our website, www.edwardkinghouse.org, to purchase your ticket.
And you know something? Every time I hear an event like that mentioned, I automatically think it's going to be at the Atlantic Beach Club.
I know,
and then
because
I go,
it's always
oops.
been there. That's right.
But it's still in the family.
It's
over at the mainstay.
Yep, absolutely. So we'll be at the mainstay for that, and I know that once the new building is up and running, we'll be bopping between the two of them again. So really excited about that. Our June registration form for June classes is already out. This is registration week. In fact, as we are airing this particular show, our first day of June classes would be tomorrow. Will be on Monday. So if you haven't registered for your classes, get a move on. It's time. Many of our classes are beginning to close because they're sold out. So we want to make sure everybody gets to participate in the programs that they're looking forward to participating in. Our EKH singers will be performing their annual spring concert on Friday, June 24th at 11 a.m. And this really is a program to see and hear. They'll be singing tunes from the Beatles to Broadway, a little bit of the Platters, some Motown. Really excited. Man. Under the direction of Christine Wilbur. This choir started with me. It's been around for quite a long time, but there were about 8 or 9 active members when I started 3 years ago, and we're up to 23 members now, and all of them in full voice, and funny to watch and listen to, and just a delight. It's free. It's open to the public. Again, Friday, June 24th at 11 a.m. You know, come listen to the great concert and enjoy lunch either with us or somewhere in Newport.
Are they going to do? They're going to do the Beatles. The Beatles.
The Beatles.
It goes my throat again. Excuse me.
A Little Yellow Submarine never hurt anybody.
Wow.
So we're really excited.
Oh, I tell you,
that.
when Abbey Road, the Beatles band, does that song, they have a blast with the kids.
Phenomenal.
Doing
Absolutely.
the sing-along thing. Yeah.
So we're really excited about that.
So can I hang out in the audience and like harass them and yell out, "Paperback writer"?
How about you hang out in the audience and sing along with them?
Eleanor Rigby. Oh, man.
So that should be a whole lot of fun. And there'll even be a special appearance by kazoos in the middle of that concert. You'll just have to come and find out what that's all about.
Holy moly.
So very excited for that event. And then on Tuesday, June 21st at 5 o'clock, it will be our last pasta party of the year, sponsored by Blenheim Newport. And again, Mark will be joining us as our entertainer for that particular event. We'll be taking a break from the pasta nights for July and August, and they'll be coming back again in September. So it's $5 a person. The entire meal offered by Blenheim Newport, including dessert and coffee and lots of great company. And, of course, the wonderful musical stylings of our friend Mark Gorman. So we're really excited.
Give me that date again.
June 21st. It's a Tuesday.
21st. Oh, wow. Okay.
At 5 p.m.
At 5. Gotcha. And I was at the last one, and let me tell you, for a $5 bill, come on.
Well worth
it.
Well worth it. It's a great night out with great friends. Absolutely. On a serious note, on June 16th at 1 o'clock p.m., the URI College of Pharmacy will be giving us their last lecture for this year. They'll be coming back again in September, but they'll be taking the summer off, on COPD, on chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. A really great talk on what COPD is all about, giving folks an opportunity to have the understanding of how COPD happens, what the symptoms are, what they should be discussing with their doctor. Again, free. Come on over to the King House, 1 o'clock on Thursday, June 16th. Very exciting. So, last year, at about this time, we were talking about the James Joyce celebration of Bloomsday. Do you remember Bloomsday last year?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Well, it was the first time that we had a Bloomsday celebration in Newport last year. It was so successful. We're bringing it back again this year. So the Newport Celtic Players, under the direction of Michael Healy, will be performing Bloomsday Thursday, June 16th at 7:30 p.m. at the Edward King House. It is a $10 suggested donation. It is a first come, first serve. You cannot get your tickets in advance for this one, but once that last seat is filled, the house is closed. There is no standing room for this type of event. Fantastic opportunities to watch some really great actors performing from James Joyce's Ulysses. It's a must-see, absolutely. If you didn't get a chance to see it last year, get there early this year. They will be performing it, I believe, at the Redwood Library at 5:30, and then again at 7:30 with us at the Edward King House.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They're a busy bunch.
They're a busy bunch, and it's a really well received performance by this group. So we're expecting it to be a full house again this year as it was last year. 2 houses this time. Let's see, what else did we want to talk about? As always, every Wednesday from 11 to 2, Dale Dupuis, our senior health insurance professional, will be manning her office, waiting for folks to come and see her about questions regarding their Medicare. There's no appointment necessary. Even if you're not enrolled yet, but it's going to be time soon to be enrolled in Medicare, come on over and come take 15, 20 minutes to sit with Dale to see what's available for you out there so that you can be prepared when the time comes to enroll. If you're already involved in Medicare, it's a really great opportunity to sit with Dale and get a little diagnostic done on what programs you have bought into to see if you're really covered the way you should be. So again, every Wednesday from 11 to 2, come on over. We are welcoming our friends from the St. Clair Home on Tuesday, June 7th, for a free opportunity to hear a presentation on all the great work that's going on down there at the St. Clair Home Complex. They'll be giving us a really great bird's eye opportunity to see not only what's happening with regards to the construction, but what's happening with regards to their programming. You know, everything old is kind of new again at the St. Clair Home. And after the presentation, there'll be light breakfast, continental breakfast served with a presentation. And then after the presentation, we'll take a walk on down for those who would like to go see the site and get a real, in-your-face kind of be right on the grounds for what's happening at St. Clair. So again, we would like to know how many people are coming. It is free, but if you get a chance, give us a call at 846-7426 to let us know that you'll be attending so we make sure we have enough muffins and coffee. Our friends from the summer lunch program at the Newport School Department is looking for volunteers to help with serving lunch to the kids at our local parks during the summer months, and the Edward King House has been on the forefront of providing volunteers for this program since it began last year. If you're interested in being a volunteer for the program, even if you can only do it for a couple of days and you can't do it for the whole summer, that's okay. All hands on deck for this one. You can give us a call at the center, or you can call Dolores Prendergast at 835-3862. Give us a call at the center. We'll give you the information that you need and then get you connected to get signed up.
And that is such an important program because it's something that never occurred to me.
Yeah.
Is sometimes some of the schools actually have a breakfast program and a lunch program.
Lunch.
But a lot of times that's it those kids get.
Yeah. So when the summer months come,
right,
their nutrition intake plummets because those meals are no longer available to them. So the school department in Newport has been very proactive with regards to ensuring that our kids are fed.
Good for them.
With providing this really great summer lunch. And it's not just lunch. You know, we're looking for volunteers that will play checkers or play chess or read to the kids or, really make a great afternoon, early afternoon out of the entire program for the kids so that they're not only receiving a really great nutritious lunch, but they have an opportunity to interact with adults just as they would in school in a much more informal setting. And this intergenerational idea of providing seniors to work with young kids has, been proven to be incredibly successful. It's great for the seniors, but it's phenomenal for the kids.
Sure.
When they have an opportunity to work with older adults and play with older adults. So we're looking forward to that. Again, give us a call at the center. We'd be happy to tell you more about the program. Our diabetes support group will be meeting on Thursday, June 9th at 1 o'clock. Again, free and open to the public. And let's not forget about our lunch program every day, Monday through Friday at noon. Just a heads up for our regulars who come for lunch. The day that we have our annual meeting luncheon on June 14th, we will not be serving lunch at the center.
Right.
The center will close at 11:30 for the rest of the day. So we just wanted to give everybody a heads up with regards to that. And let's see, we talked about membership. We wanted to thank everyone who participated in our Seniors Rock t-shirt campaign.
Oh, yes.
Yep, it was incredibly successful. We do have a few extra t-shirts available if anyone was interested in purchasing one. So we sold over 150 t-shirts, and now we're in the part of the campaign where folks are wearing their t-shirts in the community and getting a selfie or a picture taken. And throughout the summer, we'll be posting that on social media and throughout the house. So we wanted to thank everyone who participated in that. We'll be selling more of those t-shirts next year and integrating different styles and different colors of t-shirts as well. It was a really successful program, so we're very grateful for that. And we also wanted to take an opportunity to thank the folks who sponsored us for our Run for the Roses event in May. Many, many thanks to AARP, our premier sponsor, to Sardella's, to O'Brien's Pub, and to PDQ Graphics for sponsoring the event and making a really successful horse race very, very successful for our seniors. So we wanted to thank them publicly as well.
All the ladies come out with their fancy hats.
They did. They looked so beautiful. They had
bet.
such a great time. It was well worth it. Well worth it. Great event. We love doing that event every year. And then lastly, wanted to share a little bit more information with regards to our new program assistants, both Anna and Alicia, as you probably saw in your newsletter. And folks, please know that our newsletter is available online. You don't have to be a member in order to get it. You do in order to get it in hard copy, but if you'd like to see it online, it's always posted on our website at edwardkinghouse.org. But there's a little introduction to both Anna and Alicia there, and we are very proud of both of them. Anna Matos Mornigan is our new morning program assistant. She recently relocated to Newport from Massachusetts, although she's originally from New Jersey, and she's proud to call New England her home. She holds a BA in sociology, an MS in nonprofit management, and is currently enrolled in the Doctor of Health Sciences program with a concentration in healthcare administration at the Massachusetts College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. That's a mouthful, huh? Anna enjoys creating and engaging in meaningful dialogues with those she encounters, which is evident every single day. And she hopes to learn more about the city of Newport and the members of the Edward King House. So we're thrilled to have her on board. And then Alicia Jarman, who is our new program assistant in the afternoon, is originally from Norwich, Connecticut. She moved to Groton, Connecticut after high school to attend the University of Connecticut at Avery Point after being recruited to their basketball program. She spent a year and a half there before enlisting in the United States Army National Guard. She finished 6 years of service in 2014 as a broadcast specialist in the Massachusetts Army National Guard.
Wow.
Yep. And while serving in the military, she also worked as an on-air radio personality for a few local stations, which is what originally brought her to Newport. Aside from the Edward King House, she also works as the editorial assistant for the Newport Daily News and volunteer at the Newport County YMCA.
Bring her along to the program sometime.
I know. Well, actually, that's who's going to be on deck for us for our next show at the end of the month. Absolutely.
Outstanding.
And she's very thankful and excited for the new opportunity at the EKH and can't wait to, really getting to know everybody at the house. And both of them have really hit the ground running in learning everything there is to learn about the senior industry and what it is to work and run a senior center. And it's not an easy thing we're a really busy center with a whole lot of seniors, 500 of them in and out every single week.
Yeah.
So what would normally take the average individual probably a year to learn how to do, these guys have already started mastering the first 30 to 60 days. So we're really so proud of them and so happy to have them on board. And I'm often asked, where did you find these two? And I said, every once in a while, the man above gives you a gift. And I was blessed with these two. He gave me two gifts with Anna and with Alicia, in addition to the gifts I already had at the King House with Nancy at our front desk and Walter, who really keeps the house ticking and up and running around
Walter.
us.
He's my man.
Absolutely. So we're really grateful for a fantastic staff and all that they do and all that they offer for the program.
I'd even catch Walter there singing some Nat King Cole. If you catch him on one of his Ramblin' Rose days.
We've got him singing all kinds of funky tunes lately, so you can catch him anywhere in the house at any given moment breaking into song.
Oh, yeah.
Especially on the days that the chorus is there, certainly. But it's we're very lucky to work in a very family-like atmosphere at the King House, and when things go wrong, we band together to fix them.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
I've gotten that sense.
Yeah. We do treat the house as if it is our home, and certainly everyone is welcome, but in the same token, we're also very protective of our members. We're protective of the asset of having the house. We're
Sure.
protective of the city, and all of those things. And that probably brings up a really good point that this is a good time to mention because we're, leading into the summer months. Although the building is a public property, and it is a public property, it is managed with a program inside that's housing folks who expect to be safe. So for our friends out there in the community, you're always welcome to come and visit the Edward King House. You are not welcome, however, to just kind of stream right by the reception area and do whatever you like in the building. In this day and age, sadly,
Sure.
we have to stop everyone that enters the house. And screen for safety before anyone moves on. So please be sure to stop at our receptionist desk and check in with Nancy for your reason for being in the house. She is always very happy to give a tour of the house for visitors, but we have to be mindful of the fact that there are classes and all kinds of programs going on throughout much of the house. So she may not be able to, at any given time or at the drop of a hat, give you a tour of the entire facility. You might be missing some things because we need to protect the privacy of the people who are engaging in activities in the house.
Hey, you still do your rentals, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Our rental opportunities have actually risen, I'd say, a good 150% since I started 3 years ago. We have the Newport Public Education Foundation's fundraiser coming up on June 10th. There's a garden party being held at the center this Friday for a volunteer recognition for VNS. There's all kinds of wonderful things going on. We have weddings scheduled throughout the summer, rehearsal dinners. We have a reunion scheduled this summer. There's a whole lot of wonderful activities going on in the house that have nothing to do with the senior center, but that are involving the community. And it's really exciting to see folks who enter the doors of the house that have either never been there before or the last time they were in the house, it was a library. So it's kind of fun to hear some of those stories of, back in the day and what do you mean it's a senior center and can I join and what do we do here? And so those are really important opportunities for the house itself. And I really do believe it helps to keep the house alive. So there's never really a dull moment at the Edward King House, either when it's functioning as a senior center or when it's functioning as a rental venue. Absolutely. Lots of fun.
I don't want to throw a damper on this whole thing, but just a few days ago, officially the Atlantic hurricane season began.
Yeah.
And I had a little news blurb earlier this week.
Yeah.
Hurricane season's underway, and Rhode Island officials want to make sure elderly residents are prepared.
Yep.
The State Emergency Management Agency is planning 3 preparedness seminars for seniors this month. Anything local that you're aware of?
Not yet. There will
Okay.
be, however. So we'll make sure, probably when I come to see you next, I'll have
Okay.
a whole listing for you to, and certainly any communication I get in the meantime, we'll send right over to you, Art, so that you can announce it
Yeah,
here at WADK.
because that really is important.
Absolutely, and if now's a really good time for me to do a little plug for the Special Needs Registry from the Department of Health as well. Not only for our elderly or senior folks, but folks who have disabilities or have special needs of any kind. If you need electricity in order to manage an oxygen machine, or a nebulizer, or in the event of an emergency, if we are left without power or if you're left without refrigeration, you need to get on that special needs registry so that the local officials know that we need to look for you in the event of an emergency. Not that they're not looking for everybody,
right?
But for folks who have those special needs and need to get transported to the local shelter, which is located in Middletown, when you're on that registry, your phone will start ringing as any of those disasters may, possibly become a true event, to see what your needs are and to make sure that you're in the right place at the right time and out of harm's way. So any questions about the Special Needs Registry? We'll be holding an event this summer to ensure that folks are signed up that need to be signed up. So we'll be giving you some more information with regards to that as well. And in the same token, on the flip side, not only the people who need to be cared for, but the people who are caregivers. We're always looking for volunteers to assist in the event of an emergency. If we have to open the shelter, if we do have to have a water distribution or a food distribution, we'd rather be prepared and not need it than need it and not be prepared.
Right.
So, of course, this is that time of year. Listen to your news broadcasts, not only for weather, but for any of this type of information that's coming out regarding being prepared for storms. I believe NOAA put out recently that we're expecting 8 to 10 possible named hurricanes this season, which is average for us. But I think you and I would both agree there's been nothing average about our weather events across the country for, I'd say, maybe the past 5 to 10 years. They don't seem to be getting any better, and I think that the folks in Texas can certainly attest to that. Preparation is key. The more you're prepared, the more likely that A, you'll survive an event, and B, you'll be able to bounce back from an event after it passes.
All right, with that, I am flat out of time. But listen, Carm, it's always fun. We'll talk to you again next month
Absolutely.
with a guest in tow.
With a guest in tow.
I can't wait to meet this young lady. That was a very impressive resume you read.
Awesome. Well, we'll bring Alicia along next time.
All right.
Thank
We'll
you.
talk to you then.
All righty.